Ein herzliches Willkommen und Hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play The Technomancer. Ich bin es, eurem Simmerfix. Beim letzten Mal haben wir hier einen Überfall auf einen Rohrradtruck ausführen sollen, auf einen Konvoi. Wir haben diesen auch angefangen, so wie uns der Prinz befohlen hat, doch dann haben wir hier es ein wenig abgeändert. Und wir haben uns hier ein bisschen rumgeschummelt, indem wir es hier so angegangen sind, dass wir nur einige Rüstungen stehlen und das so aussehen lassen, als hätten wir die Mission so abgeschlossen, wie er es wollte. Was wir natürlich nicht getan haben, weil, hey Leute, Mann, ich will den Krieg nicht weiter antreiben, wenn hier gerade ein wenig Frieden herrscht. Wir haben zwar jetzt diese Rüstung und ich hoffe einfach mal, der Prinz erfährt jetzt nicht davon, dass wir ihn im Endeffekt betrogen haben, aber wir geben die Quest ab. Davor gehen wir nochmal kurz zu unserem kleinen Forscherfreund, denn wir haben für ihn einen Schwarzmaulwurf, glaube ich, hieß er, hier getötet. Und ich hoffe, wir kriegen eine schöne Belohnung dafür.
Hey, Brad.
Zachariah, how's the hunting?
I've got your last specimen.
Oh my. A sample of the black mole. I can't even... If you only knew the contributions you're making, the discoveries from the storm locust glands alone. Groundbreaking. And I'll be sure to cite your contribution in all my papers. You've earned it.
A dream come true. Really? You have another sample you're looking for?
Indeed. The shield toad supposedly resides around the Mutant Valley. If you could, I would love to study its skin. Little is known about it. Mutants don't really disclose much about their city, but for a hunter like you, I'm sure capturing such a specimen shouldn't be a hassle.
I'll do my best.
Okay, dann haben wir auch das letzte Tierchen gefunden, wenn wir diese Panzerschildkröte besiegen. Ich habe die zwar noch nie gesehen, aber hey, für einmal ist immer das erste Mal. So, jetzt habe ich ein wenig Angst, mal. Jetzt werden wir da hingehen und ihm sagen müssen, also wir lügen ihn natürlich an, aber die Frage ist natürlich, ob uns das glaubt, man, oder ob wir hier bald mit einer Kugel im Nacken aufwachen, beziehungsweise gar nicht mehr aufwachen. Sprechen wir und reden mal ein Wörtchen mit ihm.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
We found the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit. Convoy attack went off as planned. We left the witnesses and brought back the uniforms.
Oh, delightful. And these uniforms, so spotless after a bloody battle. You deserve a round of applause for fighting like such a gentleman. Now, if I had a choice, I wouldn't assign you a new mission so quickly, but alas, it's urgent. Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now, it was just a distant threat. Scuffles in our fair city and the attitudes of some of our newer inhabitants make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori, their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out, then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should be a cakewalk for you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best. How'd you find out about my brother?
Well, and you know, the official statement.
Na, das ist immer noch nicht sinnvoll. Ich dachte, er kann mir jetzt vielleicht irgendwie sagen, hey, du musst den und den holen, damit du da reingehen kannst. Weil wir wissen ja immer leider noch nicht, wie wir zur Hölle in diesen zu den Technomancer reinkommen. Das ist immer noch ein großes Problem. So, also, was haben wir denn hier schon wieder für 1000 Missionen? Warmfalter, hol die Wade, die nach U4 gebraucht werden muss. Okay. Untersuchen und dann so finde ein Roter. Okay. Gut, das ist der Typ mit dem Roter. Ja, die Warrior. Oh, Leute, Mann, da freue ich mich schon wieder. Da müssen wir wahrscheinlich schon wieder dann mit dem Don reden. Der hat ja einen schönen Hass auf uns, Mann. Der hat uns ja schon nicht gemocht. Ja, okay, jetzt mag er uns vielleicht, weil jetzt sind wir ja auch gegen hier U4 und so. Aber hey, es wird sicher nicht schön werden, wieder mit dem zu reden. Mit dem haben wir uns definitiv nicht gut gestellt.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
Dandolo asked me to check in with everyone around here. Just wondering if you've been a victim of threats, extortion, or robbery lately.
Look, why are you looking to rock the boat, huh? There are men that you don't want to mess with. But if the prince trusts you... Yeah, a couple of scary-looking guys have been making the rounds, threatening a bunch of us. We pay them loads of serum or they say they'll bankrupt us. Those that said no are slowly losing their businesses.
How's that?
Their merchandise is getting stolen or ruined. One got beat on his way home. The rest of us are staying scared and paying what they want.
Where can I find them? Don't worry. They won't bother you after I'm done.
Yeah, they just don't make things worse for us, you know? The ones I've seen hang around the center of the market.
Then that's where I'll go. Relax. It's gonna be over soon.
Auch nur nochmal, also 200. Kaufen wir den jetzt? Ach, wir kaufen jetzt den scheiß Roter, Mann. Ich hasse dich, du blöder Typ, Mann. Ich hasse den Typen, Mann. Ich hab doch kein Mitleid mit dem blöden ophirischen Mark, Mann. Der hat mich hier voll abgezogen. 200 Zero, Mann. Ich hab's jetzt getan, weil ich jetzt keinen Bock mehr hab, Mann. Ich will jetzt mal der guten Amalie helfen, Mann. Die haben mir eh schon so viel reingezogen, Mann. Dann immer den Rover können wir hier reparieren, Mann. Das war jetzt mir jetzt meine 200 drüber wert, aber... 200 Zero, Mann. Naja. Sagen wir der Amalie, Mann, dass wir alles haben.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks.
What's good, Zachariah? Got my parts yet?
As promised, rotor, stator, and thermic regulator.
Damn. Nice work. Keep up like that and you might start growing on me again. We're gonna get my baby back on the road!
Tell me more about you growing up.
What's there to say? I was a ward of the state in Abundance's centers. It was lonely and, you know, the other kids were assholes, but I gotta tell you, those times my dad returned from his missions, and I got to see him, best times of my life.
Wait, what? I thought the reason you'd been placed in a center was that your dad disappeared.
Who the hell told you that? No, I was real young when they took me away. My parents were always off on missions and someone had to take care of me, you know? I don't even remember living with them. Honestly, I don't want to talk about it.
Sure, sorry. Yeah, of course. Besides your rovers, what else makes you happy here, Amelia?
Nature. Not the bugs or animals and stuff, but the landscapes, you know? Sunsets, mountains scraping the sky, red water trickling down the hills in the spring, gray lichen floating in the morning breeze. Back in Ophir, I used to take the rover out before sunrise just to take it all in. Always managed to put things in perspective, you know? How small we all are.
Amelia the poet philosopher. Who'd have thought it?
Why you gotta be a smartass?
Aha, I'm not. I was being... just never saw that side of you. The passion. Makes me want to take a rover out before dawn tomorrow.
Well, let's go together. I've always wanted to share it with someone.
Are you seeing anyone at the moment?
What, you mean a boyfriend? No, not right now. You applying for the position?
I mean...
Look at your face! You can't even come up with something to say. Listen, you don't look half bad, soldier. Won't take too much for me to cuddle up with you at night. Great. Now that I've got everything, I can actually start on the repairs. But it's gonna take a day, at least. And once I start, I'm gonna be neck deep in it, so if you need me for anything else, I ain't gonna be available.
Works for me. Sure you'll be able to get it working again, soon enough.
Damn straight. Even if you lost your legs, I could get you going again. Now get out and let me work.
Zach, perfect timing. You remember Abby Goodman, friend of mine you helped before?
Yeah, of course. Is she really your friend, or all just part of the cover you had going on?
No, no, she is. She's a spy for Noctis too, though. She's actually been working on something for me and finally managed to get some info I'd been trying to get.
What information was that?
I spent a part of my life in a rehabilitation camp after my arrest in Ophir. It was the worst time of my existence, and I've always wondered how I'd ended up here. Who had turned us in? We were just a group of street kids. We would steal food here and there, but we weren't dangerous. However, we were arrested and deported to a camp like hardened criminals or terrorists. What happened followed me for many years, until I learned that an important member of the Vori clique was responsible for the deportation of dozens of people. Most of them were innocent, but a nuisance for the mob. I want to find that guy. I want to know if it's he who got us deported. I want to understand why and make him pay. For me and my companions, of course, but also for those poor people who hadn't asked for anything.
I'm sorry, but I can't come with you right now.
I see.
How the hell did you go from being an artist in Ophir to a spy in Noctis?
Less of a stretch than you think. After all, a good lie, like good art, has to be close to your reality, right? Truth? I was an orphan. Parents did die, and I was on the street and got sucked into a gang. We all got arrested pretty quick and ended up in a rehab camp. Swore I'd die there a couple of times because I wasn't gonna let them brainwash me, and they didn't take too kindly to that. I took the beatings, but got to keep my mind. Then, the day came. Noctis attacked. They freed a lot of us and brought me here, took care of us, gave us a chance to have lives again. So, I felt like I owed them something in return, and offered to go back to Ophir as a spy. Good thing, too. Otherwise, who would have torn you out of Victor's grip and brought you back here?
You miss making music?
I miss performing. I mean, I still sing for myself here and there, write new lyrics when I feel inspired. But the moments I shared with my audience, it was so intense when I felt everyone humming with me.
How about you sing for me?
Maybe another time, but I'd love to. There's something intimate in sharing your art, like sharing your soul. It's why I feel like music can unite people across corporations, on opposite sides of wars or causes. It's simply beautiful. And in between the notes, our differences seem to disappear. The second all this ends, I'll get back to it. It's what I was born for, and I'm not one to deny destiny.
You always been alone? Or never had anyone you cared about?
You mean guys? Why? You the jealous type, Zach? Afraid of some competition? Scared you won't measure up? There was one guy, Nick. I was only 10, but I was head over heels for him. He died in the rehab camp after we were all deported around the same time, though. Other than him, couple flings here and there, but nothing much more serious than that. You asking because you heard the rumors and no fear that I'd sleep with anyone wearing a medal?
No, I was just...
I did what I had to do, Zach. To do my job. Never cared about those guys. That's the truth.
You just did what you had to do.
Beziehung zur Gefährtin. Die Beziehung zu einem Gefährten hat sich soeben verbessert. Die Rufstufe freundlich gewährt dir einen Talentbonus, den du in Talenten einsehen kannst. Oh, nett. Haben wir gut gemacht. Ich weiß jetzt nicht ganz, wieso der Zack die Quest auf einmal so harsch abgelehnt hat. Man, ich hätte die schon gemacht, aber er sagt einfach, nein. Okay, findet das... Au, wir müssen herausfinden, ob es da eine Möglichkeit gibt, dass er wieder hier normal arbeiten kann. Machen wir. Aber davor holen wir uns erstmal hier die Ware.
Hey there. I was told to come find you.
Looking to smuggle merchandise to Ophir, you've come to the right place. Hope Dandolo explained the risks.
Not really, but I know Ophir well enough. You probably just didn't want to worry me.
You may think you know the city well, pal, but you've never tried to go through it with contraband. You find yourself caught by customs agents or guards, and they ain't gonna slap your wrist. Good luck!
I know you're wondering about the origins of the contraband. Listen, Dandolo isn't the kind of person who will willingly lose clients. It doesn't really matter what's in here. There isn't enough to put the people of Ophir in any real danger.
I figured that might be the case. I'm getting the impression that I'm acting as a delivery boy.
Maybe you could learn something from all this. Nothing's ever as it seems when Dandolo is involved.
Zachariah, you look good. Better than I. As if that was hard to accomplish.
What do you think about Andrew? He comes from Ophir like you, and he could have become a Technomancer, but he had an accident.
I remember, yes. You know that I was the one who had spotted his abilities and had taken him to school, as I did for you? I thought that he was dead. That's what I was told, that he was dead. I shouldn't have listened to them. He looks perfectly alive now.
Yes, but he lost an arm during the accident, and he can't use Technomancy anymore.
How so? That's ridiculous. Technomancy has nothing to do with arms. It is all in the head. You just have to... Let me think. Yes, I think that with... Yes, that's it. With a full Technomancer kit, I would have the parts needed to create a bypass on a classic prosthesis. But I would need my notes to do that.
Your notes?
I studied Technomancy as well. Anyway, from a scientific standpoint, obviously. I've never thrown lightning bolts, and I can't do it physically. Moreover, those kits wouldn't suit me, I'm sure.
Scott, you studied Technomancy?
Yes, and I had conducted in-depth research on the way in which your neural network expressed its static charge throughout your equipment. But all this is old. I can't remember it all, and I left my notes in Ophir. I won't have any trouble helping that boy if you bring me my notes and the equipment. You wanted something else?
No. Thank you, Scott. I'm gonna try to bring all that back.
Das hört sich doch sehr, sehr interessant an. Weil wenn wir es wirklich schaffen, dass er hier wieder seinen Arm erhält, also mal abgesehen, dass das natürlich sehr schön für ihn ist, haben wir natürlich auch vielleicht dann das Glück, dass er dann Technomancer-Kräfte einsetzen kann und er uns wieder eine große Hilfe sein könnte, um hier reinzukommen in das Gebäude. So. Untersuche die Präsenz von Warrior. Müssen wir auch machen. Ja, machen wir das erst noch davor, bevor wir hier die Stadt verlassen, weil ich denke, wir müssen dann mal mit dem Boss hier wieder in Ophir reden. Also, da müssen wir dann in die Slums gehen. Also, ja, ich hätte jetzt ehrlich gesagt gerne alles in Ophir auf einmal gemacht, aber so leicht geht es halt einfach nicht. Gut, bevor wir aber hier, würde ich sagen, dann mit dem Händler reden über das, was hier die Warrior anstellen, machen wir erstmal einen kleinen Cut und beim nächsten Mal geht es dann hier weiter mit der Technomancer. Aber hier, kritische Situation, also ich denke, da kommen wir gerade richtig. Beim nächsten Mal geht es dann weiter. Bis dahin, haut rein. Ciao.